So I visited the 2024 Amherst Railroad Show, and this is a model rail scenes layout. This collection is from Canadian National Lines Historical Society, and it's a collection of well-detailed and modeled CN lines and associated lines, diesels and maintenance of way vehicles like that rotary plow. And they range from Canadian National to offshoot lines and associated lines like Central Vermont and Grand Trunk. It's really quite a collection. The Springfield show is known for groups bringing their full-sized equipment as well. So this year they did not have a steam engine, but this is a Naugatuck Railroad high rail crew vehicle. And this is a traininstallations.com van that had soundtrack. The CR&L Line's crew bus is a General Motors new look fishbowl type bus to move the crew around. Pretty neat to see. And we moved inside, and this is a ITLA's new O-scale offering. Kind of a warehouse, decrepit looking warehouse, but an interesting thing. Neat to see that more manufacturers getting into O-scale. This is 3D Central or Plate C. They help modelers design 3D cars or print 3D cars, and then they work towards manufacturing them and offering them to others. Like this is an O-scale SW and some O-scale cars. And there's always used stuff. Thought this was interesting, some European 3-inch gauge things. And this one's a 5-inch gauge Flying Scotsman. Pretty cool. A Bing car. And this is Custom Model Railroads. They make acrylic kits in like laser cut acrylic kits in HO and N scale. Thought it was neat to see some large city buildings as models, and these were quite large. The HO scale ones some of them are over 3 feet tall. Neat to see more city modeling being done. And this was neat. I thought this was a cool thing. Trains with a Z as a John Bull brass model in 1/32 scale. And they also have large other groups. This is the New Haven Society of Model Engineers layout with their beautiful brass bascule bridge, a 2-rail O-scale model. And they're quite an old club, and they had this large demonstration layout. And this layout is the Bristol S-scale modular layout. They claim to be the America's first S-gauge club. They had some nice S-gauge S scale models. Neat to see, unusual to see S gauge anywhere, really.
It'll come around again, trust me.
That's true.
And this big layout is from the Central Connecticut G gaugers, so kind of LGB sized. The Wiscasset, Waterville, and Farmington Railway Museum brought their hand pump car. I got a nice view of the Crow River Products booth. They make HO and O scale machinery models, and they're really quite nice. There's a stick lighter, some cranes, this barge, this dredging barge, beautiful model. And here's a logging derrick, stiff leg derrick, and they had clam shells and magnetic attachments, all kinds of machinery. If you wanted to make a machine shop, the models were really spectacular looking. You could really look at this for a long time. The portable conveyors, cool. Some logging type things. This is one of the yards of the M&P HO modular group. These displays are from the Bar Mills, their Great Revival and Clinic Society tents that they had set up. And they were selling these craftsman kits. The modeling is really beautiful, but everything looks very kind of run-down Depression, warehouses on their last leg look. They offer, that's a N-scale model. They had things in N-scale, HO, and O-scale. And the HO stuff is all under these acrylic covers, but they had everything that they had to offer built up, so it was quite cool to walk through and see the finished versions.
We offer this, there is College Creek cabins. So what that is it's a free package. Okay, so if you want to expand it, you can do that. It's just like this one. 100% silver. Okay.
They had everything in stock, and it was all for sale. They also were running a clinic in the back section where they were offering painting and building demonstrations with a lot of helpful scenery building tips for people building structures.
Yeah, that's about 7 o'clock. Yeah, no, I'm picking it up from the front. I'll take it. Okay. You pass it to this one? Yeah, I'll pay you with that. Okay, so you can see it. Well, I hope you enjoy.
This group of build-up models are of the O-scale offerings, and these were nice because they were very large and you could really take a look at them, but they were also not under the acrylic, so you can see them without reflection and glare. They don't have quite as much in O-scale as in HO and N, but they were large, nice, very detailed structures. Neat to see.
This is that outfit that does all the fancy buildings and stuff like that. They got beautiful stuff.
Hey, how'd you get that?
My own train club, the New York Society of Model Engineers, was also at this meet. I don't have any footage of their table, though. In 2 years, they will be 100 years old. They're the oldest model train club in the U.S. But unfortunately, I didn't get any footage. This is more of the M&P HO Modular Club. They had a nice layout. This is neat. This is Southeast Hobbies LLC, and they made and offered beautifully painted and detailed following prototype photographs, models that of real engines, all in HO. The prices were quite high, but the models were really spectacular. They had photographs to show exactly what they were supposed to look like, and they were just perfectly done. So I took some time to take some video, and I'm sharing them with you. The Springfield Amherst Railway Show is it's the largest train show in the U.S. They have 9 acres of exhibits covered indoors. This is the Northeast Region TTR Club. They have very small modules that can link together, and they all are supposed to fit on tabletop. T-track is referring to tabletop track, but it's all in scale. These modules were all over the place. Some of them were pretty fantastic. There's this aircraft carrier and a Jaws scene, as well as this Star Wars village. Pretty funny. This is a Markland Z-scale layout that was all built inside a coffee table. I believe someone covered the building of it on their YouTube channel. But it had an entire layout that all fit into a coffee table. Quite nice model. The next layout I'm going to show is the Dry Hill Model Railroad Club. They were hosting, Saturday night they hosted the special interest group Women in Model Railroading. They hosted an op session. It was organized by Michelle Campama, and they had, I believe, 16 women members of the Women in Model Railroading special interest group all operating. But they also were hosting the Ringling Brothers HO scale circus train, and they have it on this module showing the unloading process. Thank you for watching my coverage of the Amherst 2024 Model Railroad Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and give a thumbs up or leave a comment if you choose to. Thank you so much.